Hello, level 2s. Good morning. During our last lesson, we looked at prepositions. Today, I still want us to continue with more prepositions. I want us to look at more prepositions. Now, if you remember, during our last lesson, we said that a preposition is a word or words that show the relationship between a noun and another noun, a thing and another thing. Now, we also agreed that there are several verbs, adverbs, or even adjectives that take different prepositions. Now today, during this lesson, or in this lesson, I want us to continue the same, because last time we said words, for example, words like absorb goes with in. You say, I am absorbed in my work. Or this piece of a mattress has absorbed in a lot of water, according to, accused of, that's what we say, afraid of, agree to. If you're talking about something, for example, when you say, I don't agree to this idea, the preposition is to. Agree with, I don't agree with you, that's somebody. When you're talking about somebody. Aim at, for example, you say, I am aiming at success in the future. So aim goes with at, that's what you agree. Angry with, you can say, I'm angry with you. If you are not happy with me, you say, teacher, I'm very angry with you today. Why? The reason. Appropriate, we say that appropriate goes with for. This thing is not appropriate for us. Or maybe another preposition that goes with appropriate is to, where you say, it is not appropriate to insult elders or those people who are older than you. It's not appropriate to talk ill of them. It's not appropriate to talk bad about elders. Ashamed of. We say that one is not usually ashamed. You should be ashamed of your deeds, or you should be ashamed of what you did. And we agreed that ashamed and shy are different. Okay? Because ashamed means that you feel guilty of what you did. But shy means you are like, you don't want to look at people. Maybe if you are addressing a group of people, you just feel
I want to speak.
as being shy. But ashamed is when you do something and then you feel, I did something bad, so I don't even want to be seen by people because they will laugh at me. You are ashamed of what you did. Now, so we also agree that attack goes with on and authority on. Now today, I want us to look at some more prepositions and some more words that go with prepositions, several prepositions. For instance, so here, it's more prepositions. More prepositions. So now look here, we have these words. So these are the words that I want us to look at. Blame. We're going to look at the preposition that goes with blame. We also have a word like call. We're also going to look at a word like change. We're also going to look at a word like come. But okay, now change. When we talk about somebody, dash somebody, and change dash something. Okay, something. Now, we're also going to look at come. Come. We see which preposition goes with come. Then comment. Okay. We see which preposition goes with comment. Then we are also going to look at complain. We see which preposition goes with complain. Then we are going to look at confer. Confer. We see which preposition goes with confer. Die. We're going to see the preposition that goes with die. Then we're going to look at differ. We see the preposition that goes with differ. Then we're also going to look at different. Yeah. We see the preposition that goes with different. and then we're going to look at disagree. You see the preposition that goes with disagree. Okay, let's first of all start with this one. Now, blame goes with for. I blame you for what you did. So the preposition is for. Okay. Call goes with on. Call means, in this case, it means to visit. For example, when you say, I shall call on my friend tomorrow. In this case, call does not mean to make a call. It means to visit. Okay. It means to visit. That's to call on. Now, change with somebody. Okay. Yes, you change with somebody. You say, for instance, now, I'm going to change with you. If you change your thought or what you're thinking about, I will also change with you. But you change for something. For example, when you say, ladies and gentlemen, let's change for the better. Changing for something. Then come. Now you can come on foot. When you walk, yeah, you come on foot. But you can come by bus, by an aeroplane, by a train, any means of transport. Okay? Comment on. Comment goes with on. So to comment means to applaud or to appreciate what somebody has done. I commend you on your outstanding performance, or I commend you on your good performance. Okay? Complain. Complain goes with off. Now, complaint goes with off when you're talking about maybe your body or part of your body. Like when your stomach is aching, you say, maybe he always complains of stomachache. That's another person. Right? That man always complains of stomachache. He always complains of headache. He always complains of backache. But when you talk about complain regarding to something, you complain about. So those are two prepositions. That what are you complaining about? Yeah. Don't ask what are you complaining of. It's what are you complaining about. I'm complaining about the hot weather, or I'm complaining about the cold weather. Like now today, this morning, it's very cold. So you see, yeah. Confer on. You confer a degree on somebody. You confer an honor on someone. So you confer. To confer is like to give someone what you call accreditation or credit, yeah, or to give someone a title. That's to confer. Like now, if you graduate with a bachelor's degree or you graduate with a master's degree, the degree is conferred on you. Okay. Then die of. People die of malaria. People die of illnesses. You can die of any illness. But remember, die can also take by. For example, if somebody stabs you with a sword or a knife, we say you died by a sword. Not you died of a sword, or not you died of a knife. No, you died by a knife. Or if somebody shoots a thief, a police shoots a thief using a gun, we say the thief died by a gun, meaning he was killed by a gun. Okay? We also talk of die for. For example, a soldier can die for his country. Okay? A soldier died for his country. Or you can die for your people. The brave warrior died for his people. That's dying for something. Now, you can also die in. For example, when you go to war, that's a battle, we can say, and maybe accidentally you died. We say you died in a battle. The soldier died in a battle. So remember, those are the four prepositions that go with die. Differ. Now you differ with, yeah, someone. This is differing with somebody, right? but you can also differ from an opinion. Okay? When you, for example, say, I differ from this idea, but I differ with him. So with, when you talk about a person, and from, when you talk about an opinion. Then different goes with from. This pen is different from this, maybe if they don't look alike. This pen is different from this. That's what we say. And then disagree with. You disagree with a person. So that is that. Now, we can also look at some more prepositions here. For instance, now I want us to look at prepositions that go with these words. Disappointed. Okay, disappointed. Disappointed. We also look at dislike. Dislike. Disappointed. Dislike. Then distribute. Distribute. Okay. Then divide. Divide. Then we shall also look at equal. Equal. Then we shall look at exception. Exception. Then we shall look at failed. Failed. Then we shall look at full. Full. Then we shall look at good. Now, disappointed, we say, I am disappointed in something. When you talk about something, that's disappointed in something. But you can say disappointed with somebody. Somebody. For instance, I should say, I'm very disappointed with you. But when I talk about something, most of us are disappointed in our hopes. Maybe what we hope for is not what we realize. So we are disappointed in our hopes. Then dislike, for. Dislike goes with for. I have a dislike for milk if you don't like milk. I have a dislike for mangoes, maybe you don't like mangoes. Probably. Distribute. Now, you can distribute something among many people. For example, when I say, distribute these sweets among these children. See, those are many children, more than 2. Distribute these sweets among these 5 children. But you can distribute between 2. Okay? Yes. So distribute these sweets between the 2 children. That's the proposition we use when we talk about 2. Divide into. Okay? So you can divide something into parts. You see, you can divide maybe a cake into parts and then you distribute it among people or among several people. Equal to. Now you say the level of water in this tank is equal to the level of water in the other tank. Equal to. Realize that. Exception. With an exception to. Yeah, exception goes with 2. So I say all the students are going to be punished with an exception to Muhammad. So Muhammad is not going to be punished. Okay? Now filled with, you know, this jug is filled with water. This bottle is filled with water, or I should tell you, fill this bottle with water. You see, fill this bottle with water. So that is what we mean by that preposition. And full of. Full of. Okay? Now, you know, the difference between fill and full, Full is an adjective. Fill is a verb. Now, for instance, I should tell you, fill this bottle with water. That's the verb. Now, but when I'm talking about the bottle, I should say, this bottle is full of water. But for instance, now it's not full, it's empty, as you can see. But if it's full, I would say it's full of water. But fill it with water. Okay? Then, good. Now, someone can be good at, or someone can be good in. Okay? Now we say, or you can also be good for something. Now, we use at when we're talking about a subject. For example, we say, my brother is very good at mathematics, he's very good at English. Okay? Now, we use in when we talk about an activity. For example, you say, I am very good in swimming. That means you can swim very well. I'm good in cooking. Okay? I'm very good in driving. I can drive very fast. You see? Good for. Now, when you say, this mark pen is good for writing, it's very good for writing on the board. Something is good for something else. Okay? Yes. Now, still, we are not done with the prepositions, but during our next lesson, I shall take you through more prepositions. Remember, we have got so many prepositions which we need to look at. At least today, you've learned how to use prepositions with these words. I would like to thank you for listening and thank you for watching this video. And it's my hope and belief that you are now going to be able to use these words with the right prepositions. Remember, prepositions are very important in spoken communication and also written. Not only in spoken communication, but also in written communication. When you are writing maybe a letter or any other thing that you're writing, and then you miss on the prepositions, you miscommunicate, or your communication will be wrong. It will not be understood by the person who is reading through your script or through what you've written. Thank you very much, and I wish you a very nice time. See you tomorrow. Bye.